Salam alaikum. Hello, everybody. It's a great honor. Thanks to the organizers. Thanks for you to taking the time to listening to our view on the future. As DataSat, we have been around in the kingdom for 40 years, and we see ourselves as one of the drivers of Vision 2030. We want to be one of the key contributors. And the topic today is about the future of technology and humanity. The previous speakers were talking about the opportunities for SME, supported by Monshard, one of our partners. Now hearing about the power of AI and what AI can be doing. And if you're looking into the past, if you're looking what was happening over the last couple of decades, it was a very exciting journey. And what we are seeing today is really the exponential power, the power of N in terms of technology evolution. Think back about the Apollo moon landing, which was one of the big achievements of humanity. The compute power of the Apollo program in 2010, everybody of us was holding it in his hands by using the iPhone, by using an Android phone. Looking 1 year into the future, 2 years into the future, it is expected that a $1,000 device can have the same compute power as the human brain. That's only 1 year in the future, $1,000. You're talking about billions of dollars of compute power in 1960. So technology is exponentially exploding. By 2050, most researchers believe that the power of a $1,000 device will be the same as the brain power of all humanity combined. So Moore's law, the founder one of the co-founders of Intel, was predicting that every 2 years the compute power will be doubling at half the price. There was an assumption that this would reach a physical end, but what we are seeing today, that once technology is digitized, it accelerates exponentially. I think one of the examples was the development of the COVID vaccine, which brought the time from typical 7 to 10 years to get a vaccine into the arms of people to a timeline of a couple of months, and all of us got the booster shots. All of us are able to come together today because of technology exploding and because of technology exponentially growing. Another key trend in technology is the power of convergence. We were looking before on compute power, single chip, how it is promoting and how it's exponentially growing in terms of performance. Now you take the same power on top of other technologies. Compute power is growing exponentially. You put AI and machine learning, the algorithms becoming more intelligent by the day. They are powered by ever more powerful machines. And then you put some output-oriented technologies like 3D printing, nanotechnology on top of it. You get a cycle where technology is self-accelerating. And that's just, again, looking in one part of the equation. It's not looking into the research in physics, in health, in autonomous transport, which again brings us in complete new technology fields, again, exponentially growing and coming back into converging, enabling faster compute power by new technologies, by new materials, which we even didn't know existed a couple of years ago. So convergence and exponential growth, that's the killer app of technology and of where the society is going. What does it mean? First, what does it mean for a business? Take a company like DataSat, I'm sure all of you in your businesses have seen that businesses are struggling to adapt to the new requirements, which are getting faster and changing on a daily basis. Early 1900s up to about 1970, the key considerations were capital and labor. How do I make more effective use of capital? How do I increase the efficiency of labor? Should I drive for efficiency? Should I drive for effectiveness? Should I focus on motivation? There's different models. Everybody was trying to do a different way, but we had 100 years to learn it and become masters in it. The knowledge area accumulating in the launch of the internet, which tried to make sense of data, to develop information, move it into knowledge. but it has some downsides which a machine can never do. It's the overemphasis on logic, which leads to sterile decision making. Again, take COVID. If a machine would decide on what COVID restrictions to implement, maybe all of us would be locked in an apartment for 2 years until the virus dies out. But there is no humanity, there's no emotion in this decision making, it's purely data driven. Attention deficit. If you walk around, I think all of us experience it, including ourselves. If you have 5 minutes idle time, if you have 1 minute idle time, we have to check our WhatsApps, we have to go on a game online, we have to check what's happening in the world. But are we really focusing on what's necessary? We are receiving hundreds of emails a day. We are responding to hundreds of emails, but is it really the quality of response and the quality of information which we want to drive? And last but not least, information overload. We collect all kind of data. We know exactly what is happening in every part of the business at any time. What are we really doing with the data? Are we making sense of it? So what we believe in DataSat, we believe that we are moving to the post-knowledge area where what is required is emotional convictions. You need to believe in something, you need to be driven by something, and you need to act accordingly. No artificial intelligence, no cloud, no technology can replace this conviction and this emotion. If you see the smile of people on the booth, the smile of people if they have human interaction, technology can never replace that. And we believe it shouldn't replace by that. Steve Jobs didn't decide to invent the iPhone based on data. He decided to invent the iPhone based on gut decision, and that's very important if you want to be successful as a business. So actions and emotional convictions, we believe, is something which we should keep in mind as the leaders, as the future of technology in Saudi Arabia. What are the consequences? The consequences of these trends of exponential growth of technology and of convergence is technology is available to everyone, everywhere. If you're born in Saudi Arabia, if you're born in San Francisco, if you're born in India, Austria, wherever, you have access to the same technologies instantly. Any kid can come up with any kind of idea, which is great for technology innovation, but for a business it's also very challenging because you invent something and the lead time you have to really implement it and monetize it becomes very limited. Cost inhibitors become less relevant. Look at today's cloud model. We are making IoT, we are making cloud, we are making access to immense compute powers, to GPU available on a pay-as-you-go basis, on a only purely consumption basis. What does it mean?